Welcome back to FinForge, where we decode wealth for the smart and hungry. Today, we're diving into a topic that's got everyone fired up: taxes. Specifically, how the ultra-rich seem to avoid them entirely. It's about understanding the rules of the game better than anyone else. And today I'm going to break down the 7 key strategies they use to legally minimize their tax burden strategies that you can start using too. Stay tuned because we're about to unlock some serious tax-saving secrets. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. The misconception that billionaires are just swimming in cash, Scrooge McDuck style, and somehow dodging taxes on giant piles of money. The truth is, most of their wealth isn't sitting in a bank account. It's tied up in assets, stocks, real estate, businesses, things that are constantly fluctuating in value. See, the IRS doesn't care about your net worth on paper. They care about realized gains, the profit you make when you sell an asset. So, if a billionaire's net worth goes up by $1 billion because their company's stock skyrocketed, they don't pay a single cent in taxes yet. That's called unrealized gains, and it's a key principle to understand. They hold on to these appreciating assets, let them grow in value, and only sell when it makes the most financial sense for them, often timing those sales strategically to minimize their tax liability. Now you might be thinking, that's great for them, but I'm not a billionaire with a portfolio of Apple stock, and you're right, most of us aren't. But the principle remains the same. Here's where things get really interesting. Billionaires have another trick up their sleeve. They've mastered the art of leveraging their assets without ever actually selling them. Instead of selling stock or real estate to fund their lifestyle or investments, they borrow against those assets. Remember, borrowing isn't taxed. This allows them to access massive amounts of cash at incredibly low interest rates, all while sidestepping those pesky capital gains taxes. Elon Musk takes out loans against his Tesla shares, often billions of dollars worth, using those loans to fund his various ventures or even just cover living expenses. Because he's not selling his Tesla stock, he's not triggering a taxable event. You can borrow against your home equity, investment accounts, even certain types of retirement accounts. Done right, this can be a powerful tool in your tax minimization arsenal. Let's talk business, specifically, the power of structuring your business in a tax-advantaged way. Billionaires and savvy entrepreneurs know that starting a business isn't just about pursuing their passions. It's also about unlocking a whole new world of tax benefits. One of the most common strategies is forming an LLC or S corporation. These structures provide a layer of separation between your personal and business finances, which opens up a world of deductions and write-offs. Suddenly, your laptop, internet bill, business travel, even that fancy new office chair can become legitimate business expenses. Business expenses are tax deductible. LLCs and S-Corp also allow you to pay yourself in dividends, which are taxed at a lower rate than regular income. Every dollar you spend strategically through your business becomes a tax shield, protecting your hard-earned money from the tax man. It's about legally minimizing your tax liability so you can keep more of what you earn and reinvest it back into your goals. Real estate is a favorite playground for the wealthy, and for good reason. Not only does it have the potential for appreciation, but it also comes with a slew of tax advantages that most people completely overlook. One of the biggest secrets is depreciation. Now, I know what you're thinking. Depreciation, but my property value keeps going up. And you're right, in the real world, real estate tends to appreciate. But in the eyes of the IRS, you're allowed to deduct losses on your rental property each year to account for wear and tear. These are called phantom losses because you're not actually losing money. It's just a paper loss that reduces your taxable income. Imagine buying a rental property for $500,000. The IRS might allow you to depreciate that property over 27.5 years, meaning you can deduct a portion of that $500,000 from your taxable income each year, even if the property is gaining value in the real world. When it's time to sell that appreciated property, you can use a powerful strategy called a 1031 exchange to defer capital gains taxes by rolling the proceeds from the sale into another like-kind property. Offshore companies and trusts. The legal way to protect your assets. When you hear offshore accounts, you might picture shady dealings in exotic locales. But here's the truth. Offshore companies and trusts can be completely legal and incredibly effective tools for asset protection and tax optimization, if you know the rules. We're talking about setting up companies in jurisdictions with favorable tax laws. Think Cayman Islands, Dubai, Switzerland. These locations often have lower corporate tax rates or even no corporate taxes at all. The ultra-wealthy use these structures to legally shift profits, reduce their overall tax burden, and protect their assets from lawsuits or creditors. Before you pack your bags for a tropical tax haven, it's crucial to understand that this strategy is complex and requires expert guidance. Offshore LLCs and irrevocable trusts can provide asset protection and tax advantages, all while staying on the right side of the law. Retirement account hacking. Invest like the rich, tax-free. Let's talk about retirement accounts. And I'm not talking about your grandpa's old 401k. Billionaires and savvy investors use retirement accounts to their full advantage, turning them into powerful wealth-building vehicles. We're talking about solo 401ks and self-directed IRAs. These accounts offer incredible tax advantages, allowing your investments to grow tax-deferred or even tax-free. With a self-directed account, you're not limited to just stocks and bonds. You can invest in real estate, private businesses, precious metals, even cryptocurrencies, all within the tax-advantaged shell of a retirement account. The key is to start early, contribute consistently, and choose investments that align with your risk tolerance and long-term goals. Donate to save millions. The philanthropy tax playbook. We've all heard the saying, it's better to give than to receive. But for the ultra-wealthy, giving strategically can also lead to massive tax savings. We're not just talking about writing a check to your favorite charity and calling it a day. The real magic happens when you understand how to leverage charitable giving to your tax advantage. One powerful tool is the Donor Advised Fund, DAF. With a DAF, you make a charitable donation, get an immediate tax deduction for the full amount, and then recommend grants to your favorite charities over time. Another strategy is setting up a private foundation. By aligning your giving with your values and using the right strategies, you can maximize your charitable contributions and create a lasting legacy. Outro. Tax-free mindset activated. Your game plan starts now. So, there you have it, the 7 strategies billionaires use to legally pay less in taxes. Remember, it's not about cheating the system, it's about understanding the rules and using them to your advantage. Knowledge is power, and now you have the power to take control of your financial future. Comment below, tax-free mindset activated, if you're ready to play like the rich. And don't forget to subscribe. We're just getting started.